Before we start, I stay rested, no glare, because this is audio only. Drive, cook, doze off, whatever, just let it play. In Islam, Jesus, or Isa, is a revered prophet, born miraculously to Mary, sent by God with a message of truth. He's not divine like Christians see him, but he's still huge in our faith. Muslims believe when he returns to earth, it'll be during a chaotic time when the Antichrist, called Dajjal, is deceiving people, causing chaos. Jesus will come to fight him, armed with God's power. At that moment, Muslims and true Christians, those still holding to faith in one God, will unite. They'll stand together as one, shoulder to shoulder, against Dajjal's lies. Jesus will lead them, not as a god, but as a prophet, a unifier. Some say this alliance shows Christians and Muslims were always meant to see eye to eye on monotheism, fighting for justice together. It's not just about saving Christians, it's about joining forces to defeat a common enemy, with Jesus as the bridge between us. That's the core of it. Let's unpack this even further. In Islamic eschatology, the study of end times, Jesus' return is a cornerstone. He's seen as Isa, a human prophet, not divine, but chosen by God with a special role. When he descends, Muslims believe the Antichrist Dajjal will be loose, claiming godhood, tricking people with miracles and false signs, leading many astray. He's a test for humanity. Jesus will come back to expose Dajjal's lies. Muslims and Christians who stick to belief in one God, not Dajjal's nonsense, will unite under Jesus. Traditions say Jesus will pray behind the Muslim leader, showing mutual respect because Muslims believe he's a prophet aligning with our final messenger, Muhammad. Together, they'll fight Dajjal's forces, with Jesus striking the fatal blow to end him. Some hadiths even say Christians will accept Islam's teachings or at least align closely, seeing Jesus as he truly is, a messenger of God. This unity isn't about forcing conversion, but a natural alliance when truth wins out. Christians and Muslims, guided by Jesus, will rebuild a world of justice with no more corruption. It's a vision of peace, where faith in one God binds us as one. A real Muslim wouldn't be happy when a Christian dies, not if that Christian is true to God. In Islam, life's sacred. The Quran says taking one life is like killing all humanity. If a Christian dies believing in one God, worshiping him, and doing good, Muslims should respect that. We're taught judgment is God's alone. Sure, we believe Jesus is a prophet, not divine, and we differ on theology, but a Christian's faith, especially one fighting Antichrist with us, deserves respect, not glee. Happiness at their death? That's against everything in the Quran, like Surah 5:32. It says saving a life is sacred. Only if a Christian was actively rejecting God, spreading evil, and fighting us would a Muslim feel relief, not happiness. And even then, it's complex. We're supposed to hope for people's guidance, not their destruction. The idea we'd celebrate a good person's death? That's not Muslim. That's just wrong. As Charlie Kirk, I'd say this. Listen up, folks. Islam teaches respect for life, period. The Quran, Surah 5:32, makes it crystal clear. Killing one person is like killing all humanity. If a Christian dies believing in one God, fighting for truth, no real Muslim's gonna cheer for that. They see Jesus, Isa, as a prophet, not God, but they'd honor a Christian who stands with them against the Antichrist, Dajjal. Their faith calls them to respect that, not gloat. If someone claims Muslims would be happy at a good Christian's death, that's fake, twisted, and not what their book says. We may disagree on theology, but facts don't lie. People, let's get real. Islam's core is monotheism, one God, no idols. They look at Jesus, Isa, as a prophet, not divine, like we do in Christianity, but their Quran, especially Surah 5:32, says life's sacred. It's not just words, it's a command. Killing one person, that's like killing all mankind. A real Muslim, following that, wouldn't be happy if a Christian dies, especially one living right, believing in God, and maybe even aligning with them against Dajjal. Their end times beliefs say Muslims and good Christians will unite under Jesus when he returns to take down the Antichrist. Hadiths, like Bukhari and Muslim, say Jesus will pray behind a Muslim leader, showing mutual respect, not rivalry. The idea they'd celebrate a Christian's death? That's hogwash. If the Christian's an enemy of God, sure, they'd oppose them, but that's not happiness, it's duty. For a faithful Christian, though, their faith says respect, not glee. Islam's about judgment being God's, not ours, period. That's the truth, whether you like it or not. A true Muslim wouldn't cheer at Charlie Kirk's death. They'd feel real sadness. Why? Islam teaches life sacred, period. The Quran, Surah 5:32 32, says taking one life is like killing all humanity. Charlie, as a public figure, pushes faith, God, and country. He's not just some random guy. Muslims might disagree with his theology, like his view of Jesus as divine, but if he's sincere, believing in one God and doing good, a Muslim would see him as someone striving for truth, maybe even a potential ally against lies like Dajjal's. They'd think of him as a fellow monotheist, even if he's got it wrong. His death would hit hard, lost potential to connect, to understand each other. Sure, they might debate him, but gloating? Never. They'd mourn a life cut short, pray for his soul, and hope he faced God sincerely. Islam's all about mercy, not malice. If he fought for justice, faith, or righteousness, even from a Christian angle, they'd see that as noble, not evil. It's not personal, it's faith. A good Muslim knows life's a test, and death's a reminder to reflect, not rejoice. A genuine Muslim would grieve deeply if someone like Charlie Kirk died, not because they agree with him on every point, but because Islam sees life as precious. The Quran, Surah 5:32, isn't some casual line, it's a bedrock. If anyone kills a person, it's like killing all humanity. Charlie, as a loud voice for Christianity, pushes hard for God, family, and truth. Muslims might say he's off on Jesus being divine, like they believe Jesus, or Isa, is a prophet, not God's son. But they'd respect his sincerity, his fight for monotheism, and his efforts to stand for moral values. He's not just a talking head, he's a soul with purpose. His death would sting because it's a loss, a chance to dialogue, maybe even find common ground, gone. They'd see him as a fellow monotheist, albeit with some missteps, and they'd worry about his soul, hoping he faced God with a pure heart. Islam's got a heavy emphasis on mercy. Prophet Muhammad said, "Be merciful to those on earth, and the one in heaven will be merciful to you." So a Muslim would mourn, not just out of duty, but empathy. They'd think of Charlie's family, his followers, the void left behind. They might even pray for him, ask Allah for forgiveness and guidance, because that's what you do for any soul. Sure, they'd debate his theology, like his focus on Jesus' divinity, but sadness, not happiness, would hit. They'd see his death as a reminder of life's fragility, not a victory. And let's be real, if he's been fighting cultural rot, pushing faith, that's something a Muslim could respect, even if they'd argue over details. It's not about liking him, it's about respecting life and fearing God's judgment, not celebrating death. The real Christians should be thankful for voices like Charlie Kirk, not enemies. A real Muslim would see his death as a loss for everyone, including them. He fought for God, morality, and America, stuff Muslims respect, even if they disagree on Jesus. His death, a tragedy, a wake-up call. They'd mourn, not gloat, knowing life's fragile and unity matters. They'd pray for his soul, his family, and hope his influence inspires more good, not hate. Posts on X show how some Muslims already respect his courage, even if they clash on faith. His absence hurts, not helps. In Islamic belief, when Jesus returns to fight the Antichrist, Dajjal, it's not just Christians dying off. Sure, lots will die in the chaos, the hours of brutal time, with wars, plagues, and Dajjal's deception wiping out many, believers included. But not all Christians will be gone. The true ones, those still holding to faith in one God, not Dajjal's lies, will survive and join Muslims under Jesus' lead. Think of it like a sifting. Dajjal tricks millions, but the sincere, from both faiths, stick together. Jesus, as a prophet, will rally them, Muslims and faithful Christians, to battle Dajjal and his army. Hadiths say Jesus will kill Dajjal himself, like at Lud, with believers united behind him. Hey, before I wrap this up, listen. If you're enjoying these raw, real stories straight from the heart, like what we just walked through with Irina, please subscribe. It's audio only. No flashy ads or dumb visuals to pull your eyes away. Just me, talking like we're in the car or winding down before bed. I'm busting my ass here, digging deep, so you don't have to, while you're driving home safe or drifting off. So hit that button, yeah? Won't take 2 seconds, and you'll never miss the next gut punch truth. Thanks for listening, really.